Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Akash. In the previous video, I have talked about building trading automation using Telegram. And that video really talked about how do you establish the interaction, create a bot, and use Python and a couple of libraries to quickly integrate both of these technologies and kind of get alerts. And what we tried to demonstrate previously were forecasts. Now, if we want to go further down the road, this video is for you. We will talk a lot about how can you build alerts which can be triggered basis certain conditions, or can you get charts which are automatically sent to you basis a simple set of condition. Now again, as previously talked, the intent for this is not to get too deep into the condition setting or all of that. The intent is to build and establish the process and framework. So let's get started. So the previous video really talked about how can we do forecast and some set of alerts. And essentially what we did is we installed a couple of libraries, which is, let me try to make this slightly bigger. I hope it's much more readable now. All right. So the previous video had talked about installing libraries, initializing Telegram bot using a bot token, and this was my Telegram bot. And this is what we were doing before, right? Forecast Apple, and you would get some sort of a forecast basis, a linear regression method. Now, and again, the code was fetch and prepare stock data, where you're getting stock data, and then you have a regression model, and then the bot was responding to the forecast with the forecast command. Now, what we are trying to do is extend this functionality way ahead and build alerts using this. So there's multiple functions which I'll give a glimpse about, which I'll just talk a little about, and then eventually show you a demo of how it is working. Don't want to do line to line of the code. You can put in comments if you are not able to follow through. The link to the Google Colab, a read-only link, will be shared, and you can happily use it. But the only request, there will be an API key, or maybe what I'll do is I'll just mask the API key. Let's not worry about it. All right. So there's an alert handler function which has been written, which is called alert, and you get it with slash. And what this does is this is accessing and working as some sort of a global directory to store alerts. And it can take different arguments, commands, and conditions. You can tailor it the way you want it. You can, do different condition settings. So for example, the two conditions which I have is, a price above and a below, which is if there's a price condition and it goes above it or below it, you generate an alert. And then there's moving average crossovers, and then there's short MA, long MA, different conditions that can be coded. And what you do is you essentially get alert set for. When you set an alert, you get like this. And what happens is these alerts are checked periodically against a certain time window. And you can set the number of days to look at the data, and you can set the frequency. For example, this is currently tailored to look for 10 days in the back and 1 day daily data. Ideally, you can make this really fast. The faster you make, like if you end up working with second or tick or minute level data, you would have to do further optimizations, but all of that is within the realm of possibilities. So then you go and iterate through different conditions. The code can be obviously optimized. This is nested looping, which is not really a great idea if you're working for fast time frame, but this will work absolutely fine if you're working for smaller alerts and simpler ones. If you're doing more complex stuff, you might want to do a little bit of code optimization around it. So again, what's happening is the conditions that we had said before, it's now just evaluating it. And then there's a background scheduler. Then moving on, there's another functionality which we have is just calculating Supertrend. And right now it has certain parameters like ATR is 7 and multiplier is 3. You can change all of this. This is a custom calculation for Supertrend. And the calculation is not important, but what we are trying to do is have a custom stock fetching function and generate chart. And what this chart is doing is it's taking the data and it's giving you closing price and Supertrend along with it. So at once you give an alert like, give me the price, or you said something like, for this sticker, for this stock, give me, generate an alert meeting for certain time frame and something, and plot it. It will give you a plotting condition every time that condition in mind. So it's kind of an alert, but it's a more visual way of looking at alert. And finally, you have the board polling and scheduling initialization operations. So I'll be able to show you some demos. Let's hop on to that. Let just need to run this. So I've already run this notebook, and now the bot is polling continuously. And what will happen essentially is, if I just start to put some conditions, you should get some messages. Now these messages might be dupes. So now it says alert is set for this condition, and basically all it's doing is it's capturing an alert where the price goes above a certain amount. You could make this even more complex, and you can say for Tata Motors, for example, the price goes above this and below this, you'll be able to get notified also this. Again, the alert is not generated right now. I'll show you how an alert looks, but the alert is registered, and as long as this is running, if a data meets that limit, it will show you an alert. Let's show you some sort of a chart. For example, let's just look at TCS or something. So you just say /charts, and you can set it to, so the charting function takes a little while. So what you have is a very nicely done, quickly automated chart where you have a closing price and Supertrend getting calculated, and you don't need to use anything. You just will keep on getting this. You can set it to in a way that you can always keep on getting it if you mix alert and charting functionalities together. Now, how does the real alerts look like? For example, if you see this, so we had set it to TCS.ns, price above 600, MA crossover 520, and alert set, alert condition met, and the current price is displayed. Similarly, if you get something like this, which is alert set for TCS, I'm okay, price above certain condition, MA this, and it will give you the condition accordingly. So, and you can chart and plot different conditions. You can put different parameters here. Right now, it's just Supertrend. All right. So this is way more advanced, and if you think about the functionality part of it as to what we have achieved, this could really help level up and push further your trading game. What we have been able to do is build a simple system that you can run with extremely low cost, powered by Yahoo Finance, unless and until it's super critical. Usually Yahoo Finance is really reliable for end of the days and data. So I wouldn't say use it for extremely fast moving data. You should optimize the infrastructure, and I have done a video about the tech part of algo trading in the previous video, so do check that out as well if you have not already seen it. But what this will essentially do is, if you're doing, let's say, swings, if you want to keep a track of some watch lists and you just don't want to get into tools every time, you can build yourself a bot and it can keep on telling you, pushing you updates and constantly working behind the scene. So some of you might be familiar with the term robo advisor. This is a step in that direction. All right, so that's Akash for you. Thank you for listening to this. If you have liked my conversation, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.